Welcome back everyone. The last video I will have done the steps that you need to solve simultaneous equations using the matrices method. So that's not in this video, even though you saw it in the intro. It's in the previous video, right? In this video we are going to be focusing on this past paper question, which is May 2016. The first starting from part B, because we did matrices, right? So part B says determine the value of x for which the matrix 3x 2 4 is singular. That's the first question on top there. So they are saying that this matrix is singular. And what do you all remember about singular matrix if you ever did it? Singular matrix, when you multiply it or find its determinant, you would get it equal to 0. So basically, when you are finding the determinant, I also have a previous video done on that. You usually take A multiplied by D minus B multiplied by C. And you have to remember which number is in the A position or the B position, C position, D position. So this formula, A multiplied by D minus B multiplied by A, is what we're going to use to find the determinant of this matrix. Remember that in order for a matrix to be singular, when you multiply its determinant, your answer would be 0. So since they said the matrix is singular, we are going to identify which numbers are A, B, C, D first, and then we will put it in the formula form and set the equation equal to 0. So the number 3 is in the position of A in this matrix. X is in the position of B, 2 is in the position of C, and 4 is in the position of D. So we would have 3 multiplied by 4 minus x multiplied by 2. And this equation will be equal to 0 because, again, they said that the determinant for this matrix is singular. They said it is singular, right? So that's the key to find the value of x. So now we have an equation there, and in order for us to find the value of x, there's something in mathematics that is called transposing. So that's going to be the next step. We would multiply 3 by 4, which would give us 12. Subtract x by 2 would give us 2x is equal to 0. The next step is that we need to isolate the x or get the x by itself. Therefore, we need to move any other number that's on the same side of the equation, meaning the equal sign, as the x. So the first number that we have to move between the 12 and the negative 2 that's in front of the x is the 12. Because it's always easier to move a number that you would have to add or subtract, right? How do we move the 12? Well, look at the sign that's in front of the 12. There isn't any sign there. So the number is positive, therefore we would subtract 12, right? So 12, take away 12, and then you write minus 2x. So the rest of items in the equation is equal to 0. Now, in transposition, anytime you transpose by, let's say in this case we subtracted 12 on one side of the equation, we have to subtract the same exact number on the other side of the equation to ensure that the equation remains balanced, right? So anything you do on one side of an equation, in transposition you do the same thing on the other side. So 12 take away 12 is 0, minus 2x is equal to negative 12. Now I didn't even have to write that 0 there, but just to show you all who not accustomed working on transposition, I could have just left it as negative 2x is equal to negative 12, right? So now I'm writing that on the second line, well, the third line rather, and we need to get rid of the negative 2 from by the x because we want x to be by itself, or in other words, it must become 1x. 1x is the same as just x. If you see x without a number, it's 1x, meaning there's one x, a single x, right? So how do we go about removing the negative 2 from the x to get x by itself? Well, you have to remember the relationship that's taking place between negative 2 and x. Negative 2x can also be written in a different way, which is as negative 2 multiplied by x. Since you all understand that now, I am going to do the opposite of multiplication, which is division, which would get rid of the negative 2 and bring it to 1. So I'm going to divide by negative 2. But remember, I'm transposing. I'm trying to get x by itself. So if I divide one side by negative 2, what am I going to do on the other side? The same thing. Divide the other side of the equation also by negative 2. So negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1, because a minus divided by minus is a plus, and 2 divided by 2 is 1. So it's positive 1. Positive 1x is the same as just x. And negative 12 divided by negative 2 would give us, okay, so I wrote it on the top right hand corner, negative 2 divided by negative 12 divided by negative 2. So I want negative into a negative is a positive, and 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 12 is 6. So the value for x is going to be the number 6. Okay, I think that didn't write properly there, but I would have most likely fixed it. Yes, I did. So once again, the value for x is 6. So this would have been the answer for question 11, I believe it was, Matrices B, May 2016, right? Just x is equal to 6, but I'm also writing what the matrix will look like if we replace the x with its value 6. If you're looking for any additional lessons, you all can sign up with us either using the link in the description or in the comments. Please like, subscribe on all, and make sure and share. Blessings to everyone.
Thank you for viewing.